How you doing, everybody? Nick DiVirgilio here, and today I'm here to talk to you about in-ear monitors. I just want to relay some information about what the offerings are in the in-ear monitor spectrum, because there's a ton of offerings, no matter what your budget is. Whether you're a professional musician, a local musician, a speaker, or you just want to listen to some music, in-ear monitors work really well for all kinds of different situations. The first thing we should talk about is where to start. All depends on your budget, of course, and there's some great options at the low end, all the way up to the super high end. I do want to reiterate before I get started that everything I'm going to show you here is just a really small sampling of everything we have to offer here at Sweetwater. Just talk to your Sweetwater sales engineer and you can get into the exact thing you need for your exact situation. Earbuds and in-ear monitors come in all different shapes and sizes, and you probably already know what they are just by having a cell phone, an iPhone, or anything like that. Every phone comes with a pair of earbuds. The earbuds fit in your ear just like this, and the cable comes right down the side of your face. Now, even with inexpensive earbuds like this, they're going to come with different earpieces to fit your ear canal. We are all different, and the holes in our ears are all different sizes. So thankfully, all of the in-ear bud companies give you different tip options. Let me show you those right now. Normally you get two different options for ear tips. Little rubber ones like this or foam ones. Now if you ever put in a foam earplug in your ear when you go to a concert or some kind of loud event, you'll squeeze the foam, you put it in your ear, and then it expands. The rubber one doesn't expand, it usually just goes in and gets in place and you're good to go. Just find the one you want. They have large sizes like these ones all the way down to really small ear tips. The other thing you'll get in the package with all of these earbuds is a cleaning tool. Now I want to tell you emphatically to please keep your earbuds, your in-ear monitors clean. Get that wax out of there. When you put the earbuds in, especially if you're doing lots of concerts, especially loud music, you know, these earbuds, the in-ear monitors, they're inside your ear. When you're hearing a lot of that loud music in there, or even if it's not so loud, it's stirring up all of the stuff that's in your ears, okay? Then that earwax will go inside the in-ear monitors and make them not work as well, and they just get gross. So please keep your in-ear monitors clean. You get tools to do it with, and it's really not that hard to do, and you'll be happy you did. The next option up I suggest would be something like this Westone UM Pro 10, a single driver in-ear monitor. And what's different with this in-ear monitor compared to the one I showed you previously is that the cable goes over your ear, so people don't see it as much. Sort of like this. And this is what the in-ear monitor will look like without the tip on it. Let me stop right here and talk about drivers and what that means with the in-ear monitors, because you'll notice a lot of these boxes have different numbers, and that's stating the number of drivers that is in the in-ear monitor. These UM Pro 10s is a single driver. That means the single driver is going to give you all of the low end and all of the high end in the in-ear monitor, okay? When you get more drivers in your monitor, think of it as a regular studio monitor. You'll see the bigger speaker is the woofer and the smaller speaker is the tweeter. So if you have two drivers in your in-ear monitor, one of those drivers is going to handle the low end and one of those drivers is going to handle the high end. So the more drivers you have in your in-ear monitors, basically the clearer the sound is and the more power you can get out of your in-ear monitor system. But even though a lot of these in-ear monitors come with a bunch of different drivers in them, you don't necessarily need all them either. Again, it all depends on your budget and what you're using your in-ear monitors for. Sometimes a single driver will sound perfect for the situation you're in. Again, talk to your Sweetwater sales engineer about exactly what you need and you'll get the right thing right away. Another good option are these Shure 215s. Shure makes a lot of great in-ear monitor options. What's cool about these is a removable cable. That is very cool for a number of different reasons. First reason, you can take your in-ear monitor off and clean it without having the cable on it. Number two, you can replace the cable with another one if the cable ever goes bad. If the cable is connected to the in-ear monitor and the in-ears happen to stop working, you're going to have to buy a new set or get them repaired. This way, you can always just have extra cables around, what have you. Also, what's great about having an in-ear monitor system with a removable cable is if you want to lose the cable that's going to connect to your wireless pack or directly into your mixer, you can get something like this, a Bluetooth cable, which will make you free to roam around and do whatever you want, and it's going to connect to your phone or whatever you're hearing, wherever you're getting the music sent from, wirelessly. Another cool option are these Mackie MP 240s, a great sounding dual driver system that has the removable cable. Also, a very sleek looking dark cable that goes with it, so you can kind of, if you're on stage and you're roaming around, the cable can kind of get disguised by your hair and in your shirt so people don't see you have a bunch of cables all over your head, which is a cool thing if you're performing on stage. Also, what I want to mention, with a lot of these in-ear monitor systems, they come with great carrying cases. And here are all the different other tip options, but it's a really safe and easy way to keep your in-ear monitors safe and clean wherever you store them, going from place to place. Now we're going to step up into some more higher end in-ear monitors, and what's really cool, and with the technology of these days, the companies have put in ambient features in some of these in-ear monitors. Like these in-ear monitors from Westone, the M Pro 30s, 3 drivers, but what they also have, there's little filters on the outside of the housing right here that let in ambience from outside. So usually when you have these in-ear monitors in, especially if you use like the foam tips, it's really gonna cut off the outside sound. So you just hear what's coming through the speakers, which is great, especially if you're on a loud stage. But some of us, especially some of us old school musicians who used, floor wedges when you were on stage and had no such thing as in-ear monitors, you got used to the stage volume, the sound of the stage. And sometimes stages could be super loud, but you also heard everything around it. You heard the ambience of the hall or the room you were playing in. Sometimes when you put in-ear monitors in, it really takes all that away. It makes it really dry. Companies like Westone give you these ambient filters to let a little bit of that ambience in for a little bit more of a natural sound, and it's a really nice feature to have. Now I'm going to step up to the piece de resistance of in-ear monitors, and that are custom molded earpieces. Now you don't need to do this, but what I suggest is you go to an audiologist, get your hearing tested so you know exactly where your hearing lies and where any deficiencies are. But you also go to that same audiologist to get molds of the inside of your ear made. They take those impressions, send it off to the company, and what comes back are something like this. These are my personal Westone custom-made in-ear monitors. Now what you can do is you can set these molds up however you like them. You don't have to have them black. You can have them sort of flesh-colored, clear, all kinds of different things. You can also have the outsides, the back, which is going to be facing out. I made these as red and blue because a lot of times when you get in-ear monitors like this, you'll have a red dot and a blue dot on the earpieces. Red means right, blue means left. So I just made that easy for myself, but I also like the way that this looks. These come with removable cables, of course. I have a black and a sort of gray cable here. And it's really easy to take them off, clean them, and they sound great. Now these custom molded earpieces here have 6 drivers in them. I went for the 6 driver version. They sound great. There's plenty of low end. I play drums and I want to hear a lot of that low frequency bass, especially when I'm playing live. And these do a great job at that. Now these also come with 7, 8 drivers. It's crazy how much technology can fit in a little earpiece like this. But you don't have to get that many drivers in a custom molded earpiece. You can get just 2, 3, or 4, whatever you want. That's why they are custom. And staying with the word custom, I thought I would show you a pair of my really old in-ear monitors. I had these made way back in 2005 or so, 2003, when I was playing with Tears for Fears, and I had them made clear. I had my little Happy Drummer logo printed on the outside, and these still sound great to this day. So if you spend the money on a pair of custom molded in-ear monitors, they're going to last you a really long time. The technology is way better than what these were back in 2005, but they still sound great and they still work. The only difference is that they don't fit in my ear as good as they did back in 2005. And that's because your ears, the inside of your ears, change over time. They actually get bigger. That's what happens when we get older. So my new Westones, which I only made maybe about 1.5 years ago, I have a great snug fit and really cut out all the outside sound. And these old in-ear monitors, they were custom molded as well with impressions and everything, are much looser fit now because my ears have gotten bigger over all of this time. If you are a busy working musician going in and out of clubs, studios, what have you, you may want to consider having your own wireless in-ear system. Sennheiser makes a really cool package here with the Evolution wireless system here. You get a battery pack and a receiver. It even comes with earbuds, but you don't need to use those earbuds. You could use any of the earbuds I have on the table right here with that wireless system. And there you have it, everybody. A little insight on what in-ear monitors are and what they can do for you. And again, we have a huge array of in-ear monitors here at Sweetwater, from less expensive to more expensive and everywhere in between. It all depends on what your situation is and what you want to do with them. So again, talk to your Sweetwater sales engineer and they'll get you set up right away with the exact pair you need for your specific situation. And also make sure you check out our website, sweetwater.com.